including, right from common man to bureaucrats to academicians, everybody, this question suits. So open to you now, Prakash. Let's start off.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bala, for the kind introduction
No, no, you can
about
call me
myself.
Bala. You can call me Bala. No issues.
All right, thank you, Bala. It's good to know about GTN, and I did go through your website, and it is phenomenal what you guys are doing, and thanks to whoever is behind this. Yeah, first of all, hello, my dear brothers and sisters, teachers, chairman, vice chairman, whoever is in this Zoom chat. Good morning to everyone. Yeah. First of all, my thanks to GTN College and Bala for having me to deliver this talk. It is a pleasure to meet all of you virtually and connect with each one of you. My name is Prakash Palani. I'm living in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. In our textbook, at least during my days, we used to refer them as Holland. That's how in the textbook you will see the Netherlands was never been in the textbook. Um, but we also used to refer them as Dutch Karargal, right? So that's how you can relate it. I'm living with my wife and two little daughters here. Like Bala said, I run my own startup named Basis Expert Consulting, which has offices in Amsterdam, Sydney, Chennai, and Houston. So we are into IT industry, supporting a lot of other customers. So I'm a proud Tamilan. Was raised up in Chennai. So there'll be a lot of references to, at least not a lot, at least there'll be a bit of references to Tamil. So that'll be coming during my talk. So forgive me if you don't know Tamil for whatever reasons. Maybe you will be able to Google it and find out, what exactly I'm referring. So before I kind of get into my topic, I was not really sure that we will have so many number of participants. I was, mind blown by seeing so many number of participants. So I was proposing to have questions, in terms of what exactly were you looking for? Because what I understood from Bala is that there are a number of sessions that has happened in the recent weeks, recent days, or recent months. So you must have heard a lot of topics. So I just wanted to know if you had any specific topic that you would have in your mind and you may want me to touch upon. I may not be able to speak in full length in all of the topics because I'm not exposed to a lot of different topics across the top zones. But I'll try my best in terms of sharing my experience on the topics that you're going to give. I don't know whether you can chat. You can put it in the chat. So I'll see if I can open other session and see your chat and see if I can touch upon those topics during my talk. Yeah.
Yeah, Prakash, currently we have disabled the chat because
Okay.
almost we have 400 and plus audience like right now.
All right.
So there will be a constant good morning, sir, welcome, sir. So it might
All right.
be a kind of, interference for your thought process. So at the
Okay.
moment, what we do is that we disable the chat part of it.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
then later we kind of,
Open it
copy
up.
paste and
Okay.
send it to you in mail, so
Okay.
that whatever relevant questions, you find it more sensible, you can answer to them as a part of the session.
Sounds good.
So that will be given back to the participants.
Okay. Thank you, Bala. Yeah,
Yeah.
that helps. Yeah. Let me tell you, I have given a lot of webinars on the technology space. I've been in front of a lot of people giving such webinars or even such seminars on the technology space, but never been in front of these many students, the so-called 2K army or 2K kids. This is the first time I'm kind of, having such sessions on a completely different topic other than a technology space. Yeah. So if this gets too boring, probably you can raise your hands or you can give the feedback. I will take it for the next session at least. That will help me to improve for the next one. So the idea is to give you some inspiration for you to lead your life, right? It's always good to have a disclaimer like this because you must have seen in Vijay TV the first thing is Porupu Turapu. So I'm kind of trying to do that here. Yeah. So where do I start? So when Bala reached out for this session, I was puzzled in terms of what am I really going to share. So I was having a kind of discussion with my wife, and she mentioned that it'll be good if I can share my experiences or how I shaped my life. When I was a kid, what did I do? How did it really spark in terms of what I should do? Then we came up with the topic: do you have a purpose together? So what do we mean by purpose? What do we mean by purpose? Purpose of your life, like Bala said, everybody has got to have this purpose, be it a student or be it uh, administrative officer, or be it an entrepreneur. What is your purpose of your life? So there are a lot of references in our Tamil literature. For example, Avayar referred aram செய்ய விரும்பு. Yeah. So what does it mean? Have a desire to do righteous deeds, right? So you should have a desire to do the things that are right. Yeah? On the other side, Thiruvallur had said, "Anbum aranum udaithayin ilvarkai panbum payanam adu." Right. So if one has love and virtue in his life, so then he or she would attain the purpose of life. Yeah. So the virtue that I'm talking about, the virtue is nothing but aram. Yeah, which is a beautiful word in Tamil. You will. I don't know how they came up, but that's such a nice word. I don't know how many of you know the meaning of aram. At least to me, the aram means the right way of living. It's not about living; it is the right way of living. Yeah. From the childhood, you would have heard from your parents, well-wishers, relatives. Whoever around you, wherever you go, people will ask you. Even today, they must be asking you, what is the ambition that you have in your life? Yeah. I'm pretty sure each one of you have an ambition. I'm sure they planted that idea right from your childhood. At least in our Tamil Nadu, right from the childhood, we start talking about ambition. What do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a, politician. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So there is nothing wrong in having an ambition. You should have an ambition for sure. It certainly helps. It certainly helps, but the ambition should also help somebody else. Yeah. So that's why they say life is not just for you to exist, it is for you to coexist with everything around you, right? So when you have an ambition, make sure that there is a purpose around your ambition. So that is where it is going to help you and the people around you. So to me, purpose means the reason for which someone exists or something exists. Yeah, ambition means a wish of or desire for you or to have some kind of achievement. So don't get confused between ambition and purpose. From my childhood, I have had an ambition to buy an helicopter. I still have that ambition, but I know clearly that ambition is not the purpose of my life. I may not achieve that ambition, but I have a different purpose in my life. The primary thing about the ambition is for my life is not an ambition, it is actually the purpose. I had a different purpose. Although I told you about my ambition, I had a different purpose, and I think this is the time for us to get into the crux of this webinar. So to give you a background, you may be thinking, who's this guy coming and giving a lecture on how to lead our life, right? So to give you a background, I'm running a startup, like I said, but this startup has a focus on IT industry. Like I said, it has got a much more focus where our vision as a company we set, we will help the poor, we will give opportunity to the poor or struggling or the lower class or, from the people from rural areas. So that's the vision we have as a company. So if you go and look at around our company, for example, now we are like 35, 40. 10 of them are coming from rural areas who did their graduation in arts, irrespective of their background. It can be a diploma, it can be it can be a BSc, as long as they have the ability to learn, right? We just bring them on board and we kind of train them. So that's the only qualification I think that's the only qualification that I have for me to give this talk. So let me,
Prakash, I'm
yeah,
sorry to interrupt you.
yeah.
I think if that has been your purpose, you have the very right audience in front of you. very, very right audience, very, very deserving audience right in front of you. Because, like, especially with respect to GTN, as an arts and science college or any college being part of this webinar, they are all from rural backgrounds. They don't have technological, I mean, they have technological constraints, economic constraints, and taking specific to my college, almost 60% they earn and they learn. Meaning, like, we have
They're
two sessions, I
working.
mean, two shifts. The college
Okay.
runs on two shifts. So morning they go to work and they come to the college in the afternoon, or vice versa.
Okay.
So these people, my purpose of having the webinar, choosing the top people who have achieved greatest heights, mainly I choose them based on where they started, how they started, and how ethical they were. And because of the ethics and values, where they have reached, not the skills.
Yeah.
Character can be, skills can be taught, character can't be taught. So
Yeah.
most of my speakers predominantly I choose based on their values that hold. So we got the very right speaker and you got the very right audience. Please proceed.
Yeah, that gives me the confidence, Bala, right? Because I was thinking, who's this guy coming and giving a lecture to us? They might be thinking, but I think, I have all the capability to do that. All right. So let me start from the key ingredients that help me to shape my life or help me to come this far in my life, right? So that may give you some inspirations on where to start, how to shape it up for you, right? As I look back, the key ingredients were, like I said, the most important one is the purpose, right? A purpose that will add meaning to my life. Purpose alone cannot help, right? So you need to have a plan to execute the purpose. If you have a plan, then you need to put an effort. You can't write a plan and say, yeah, I have a plan, I have a purpose. You need to put tremendous amount of effort. It's not going to be easy. So you need to have an effort to be able to execute the plan, to be able to achieve your purpose. So you may fail, right? At some point, you may feel low. So even if you fail, you have to persistently pursue your plan. You have to push hard. You have to keep looking at it. You have to keep validating it. You have to, continue your effort instead of simply saying, I tried, I failed. So let's not do that. So with all this, would you be able to stand alone and do this? No, you wouldn't be able to stand alone and execute your plan. You need support from others. You need support, for example, from your teachers, or you need support from your well-wisher. Somebody will be there, when you have a right purpose, when you have the right plan, when you are able to pursue it continuously, there will be somebody who's coming into the scene, and then they will help you out in terms of how to move to the next level. So that's what had happened to me. So I'm pretty sure that will happen to you as well. So finally, you should also pivot it. You should validate it. You should look back and say, whatever I'm doing, is this right? So you might have frozen a particular purpose, right? So but then you'll have to validate it at some point, saying, am I doing the right thing? Again, purpose may keep getting changed when you grow in your life. So when I was a kid, my purpose was not to buy a car. My purpose was not to buy a house. The first purpose that I identified was to give early retirement to my father and my mother, my parents, basically. The reason was my father was a rickshaw man and my mother was a homemaid working at 15 different houses every day. So I have seen the struggle since the very first day that is in my memory. My mother used to have a trench food, which means, she used to have always a wet, she used to be in always water because she has to clean the vessels, wash the clothes, clean the house for 15 different houses a day. She used to apply a solution, I don't know, it's still there, the Cybal, and every day at her feet, and then she will not bother about the pain. Next day morning, before we get up, 6 o'clock, she will be out of her house. She will go to all the houses and then make everything clean for them, and then come back and make us ready to go to the school. Similarly, my father, he used to have a rough foot because she had to do the rickshaw thing every day, carrying hefty weight, and then he will have his own troubles. So my purpose I identified when I was a kid, to get them retirement as soon as possible. It's not about getting them retirement. It is the key word is as soon as possible. So I had to fight hard. I had to make it quick. So at the same time, my elder brother, he started supporting the family when he was at the age of 15. So he started as a mechanic, scooter mechanic, and then he started going to mechanic shop. I did some screw up during my 12th standard. I didn't do well in my 12th standard, so I did not score well. Although I did it very well in 10th standard, I did lose my focus on my purpose. I didn't execute the plan. I was after something else than my purpose. So I did screw up. But then I realized as soon as I got my 12th standard results, I did realize the mistake I did. And I made my own game rule that I will never make that mistake again in my life. Till date, I have not made that mistake.
I'm sorry here, Prakash. I just want to interrupt you here.
Yep.
There is a message to all the participants. The person today we have as a guest for the webinar. So he told just now he was, I mean, he lost his purpose in 12th standard and he couldn't score the way he planned. But now for me, the time to say that he was the Europe head for Wipro for SAP operations before starting up the startup company. It is the attitude that determines the altitude. So just supporting his thought and process, I wanted to emphasize. So most of them now, right now in this COVID season in the 12th standard, really, fearing up about their career and about how it is going to turn up for their tomorrow and how it's going to be their future. We have not, we have, we have just lost time. We have not lost our character. We have not lost our skills. So Prakash Palani is the best example where he admitted now 12th I really kind of flunked, but you are listening to Europe head of SAP operations who was an ex Wipro person. That makes a lot of sense. Go ahead, Prakash.
Yeah. Thanks, Bala. Yeah. So, like I said, I made my own game rule, and I have never done that mistake again. I had a friend who used to be in all kind of speaking competition. I guess he is also in the session because I told him, I'm going to do this. Then he said, I will let me join. So I guess he is in the session. So in every speech, he used to have this particular stanza during my school days. Yeah, it's a very famous one. It doesn't need an introduction. It has come from our own Bharatiyar. So தேடி சோறு நிதம் தின்று பல சின்னஞ்சிறு கதைகள் பேசி மனம் வாடி துன்பமிக உழன்று பிறர் வாட பல செயல்கள் செய்து நரைகூடி கிழப்பெருவம் எய்தி கொடுங்கூற்றுக்கிறையன பின் மாயும் பல வேடிக்கை மனிதரைப் போலே நான் வீழ்வேன் என்று நினைத்தாயோ. So this is the one stanza that changed my remaining of my life. Whenever I feel like I'm going down, my mind will keep saying, நீ வேடிக்கை மனிதனும் இல்லை, நீ வீழ வாய்ப்பும் இல்லை. So this is what I will keep reminded every time I feel low. This stanza will come into my mind, and then it will say, you cannot, you will not, die just like that, just like a joker. you know I wouldn't do that. Yeah. So due to the family situation, coming back to my own story, I had to do my bachelor's through correspondence. I did my BSc mathematics through distance education. I never been to a college, not for a single day. I don't even remember going to a college for getting an application. So while this distance education was on, I had to start my work as a daily wage coolie and started my career as a cleaning boy in the marriage halls. Those days we didn't have the sophisticated catering things. Those days we had you would see a guy with a lungi or kaili, cleaning up the marriage halls. So that's how I started to realize my purpose of my life. That's how I started my journey towards becoming a director of technology consulting, across Europe. And then now I'm running a startup with a global focus, which is getting closer to $1 million company. We are pretty sure that by end of this year we are going to become $1 million company, which also provides opportunities to to the people in need. So when I started making my daily wages. My elder brother, who started as a mechanic, a scooter mechanic, he by then he kind of came up in his life. He became a data entry operator, and my brother came and said, Prakash, whatever you're doing, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help us. You whatever you're doing today with marriage halls, that's not going to help. Come and join me as a data entry operator. So that's how I started my journey into the computer space. Until then, I didn't have any clue about computers. So that's when I got to get in touch with a lot of folks in the computer industry, and then my family came and said to me, Prakash, you are earning 800 rupees a month. You can keep all that with you. Go to a computer class and do something good with that money. We don't need that money. We will run the family with whatever we are earning together, myself, appa, and then my brother. So that one decision changed my life thereafter. If that was not there, if the support was not there from the family, I would have not made to this level. That is the moment I realized I will be able to resolve the purpose that I had, to give my parents an early retirement as soon as possible. So I made a plan. I got rejected in a lot of interviews because I was not fluent enough in English. As you might have guessed, I did all my education across, even including my distance education, BSc Mathematics, I did it in Tamil language. I had done all my final year exams in Tamil. So I was rejected just because of the English thing. But now I'm able to, speak to such a large audience in English. I did even ask Bala, can I do it in Tamil? But he said, let's do it in English. So I'm doing it in English now. So with all this rejection, I never stopped my effort. I worked hard instead, I just kept on working hard. And then I became a programmer in a company called Murugappa Group.
Palani, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Um, if I think most of the participants are almost 90% of the participants are from down south Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
In previous sessions, we had people from Andhra, Guwahati, Assam, and Maharashtra,
Okay.
North India. So 10 or 15 people. So if there are any concerns relating specific to the language, let them raise the hands. Then probably I think hearing Tamil from Netherlands is something like watching a James Cameron movie. That too, your Tirukural and amazing. So I can just say, குழலினிது யாழினிது என்பத மக்கள் மழலை சொல் கேளாதவர்ங்கிற மாதிரி பட்டிமன்றம் ராஜா லியோனியை கேட்டவங்க பிரகாஷ் பழனியை கேட்காதவங்க அப்படின்னு ஐ திங்க் ஐ வாண்ட் டு ரீகாயின் யுவர் the திருக்குறள், so that's amazing. And I think if you have a spontaneous flow, you prefer to speak in your own native language and sick of talking in English being in Netherlands, please go ahead with Tamil, Prakash.
let's continue as per the plan. Maybe for the next session we will jump into
Yes.
Tamil. Yeah. So coming back to the story, it may also be boring, but let me complete it quickly. Yeah, I worked hard to become a programmer, like Thiruvallur again said, முயற்சி திருவினையாக்கும் முயற்றின்மை இன்மை புகுத்தி விடும். You just have to keep trying. For sure, it'll result in success. So I kept trying until I got the result. So another helping hand came in the form of my brother's friend, whose name is Parthiban. So he has been a boon to our family. Like I said, somebody else need to support you. Only then you will be able to move forward. So you have to get that inspiration. Once you are successful, then you start supporting others, so that they start supporting others. So it's like a chain. When you inspire somebody, that inspiration will inspire 100 other people. You may not directly inspire them, but there will be indirect inspiration to the many other people. Yeah. So he helped me to get an interview with a company called Murugappa Group. I was there. Again, I was there as a young guy. I was 19 years old at the time. I went into the interview and I could see the person. I mean, it's the office is in Chennai. I went in there and hoping that I would be able to speak in Tamil. But my bad luck or good luck, I don't know. There was a Bihari on the other side on the interview table. His name is Binoda Nandja. He's still in contact with me. And then, I had an interview, but I kind of answered all my interview questions with yes and no, because that's the level of English I had at that time. But I was able to understand what he was saying. I was able to respond to him with yes or no. But for some reason, he believed in this 19 years old kid and made me an offer to join. There is never a person with 19 years old joined that company. At least I was a record holder at that point in time. I joined as a trainee, doing my BSc mathematics. I joined them as a trainee. Everybody in the floor used to call me as child labor. They will say, we'll call the child labor office and we'll make them catch you. So that's how they used to teach me. I'm still in touch with all of them. So look at the series of people who helped me in shaping up my life, right? So that is what inspired me to support the people, whomever I see, whatever that is needed. I would be willing to support them whenever there is a possibility. Although I had a big job at the enterprise, my salary at the time was like 2,500 rupees. So it didn't help me to solve the purpose. I was not able to say to my parents, you can retire at this point in time. So the purpose was still on. I was supposed to, chase my purpose. So at that time, I had to do something else. So I had to learn something else. I wanted to learn something else. But then by the time the Binoda Nandaja who interviewed me, he became a manager for a technology called SAP, which was kind of booming at that point in time. So I wanted to move away from FoxPro to SAP. Then I reached out to him eventually because I know him. And he said, Prakash, this is not going to fit you. This is not the thing for you. He did tell me that. So do something else, find some other way. But I didn't give up. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So the next day I went to a bookshop, got a book for learning by myself and started learning. I learned SAP by myself. So eventually at the age of 22, I left to West Bengal. That was to a remote village. In fact, I was the only Tamil guy in the whole village in West Bengal. So I was trying to survive there. So with this move at the age of 23, I gave early retirement to my parents and bought our own house. The purpose was resolved by then. At the age of 23, I was able to resolve the purpose of my life at that time. But did I stop there? No, I didn't stop there. So, like I said, my brother was a scooter mechanic. He went on to become a data entry operator. Then he went on to become a e-publishing specialist. But I still wanted to, give him a better life. Not only to him, like a lot of brothers and sisters like you in the call. So I made a purpose that I will fight. I will come up. I will create my own company where I would be able to give opportunity to the poor, the rural area, the people who does not speak English fluently, or the people who doesn't even speak. Yeah. So that was the goal I had. That was the purpose I had. And then I created a company called Basis Expert Consulting. And for that also, it required a lot of effort. At the age of 23, 24, I made the decision. At the age of 35, 30, today I'm 38. Today I'm able to give opportunity to 40 different people in our company where we are running a software company, right? So majority of them are coming from the rural areas. And I'm sure we'll get added, we'll double it up in a year's time, or at least 50% increase will be there. And in that 50%, at least the 50% will be given to the rural people. Yeah. So those who know me, they know the effort that I'm putting every day to make this dream come true. I have enough money for the rest of my life. If I have to retire today, I can retire. If I have to, lead my life with the retirement, I will be able to retire today, and I don't even have to work for a day because I have all the money that I need. But then, why do I run the company? Because I have a purpose. And that's why I
Prakash,
put,
sorry
yeah,
to interrupt you. Then and there, I have to add Mane Tene Ponmane being a
yeah, sure,
moderator.
sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure, go ahead.
I mean, listening to your purpose, I'm telling. I mean, from it's just flowing spontaneously from the bottom of my heart. Like you prefer Tirukural. So வெள்ளத்தனையது மலர் நீட்டம் மாந்தர்த்தம் உள்ளத்தனையது உயர்வு. So I'm sure, like SAP, you are going to have your own product. The SAP is one of the largest software vendors of the world for enterprise resource management. So Prakash Palni and his team, um, and the best part is selecting the candidates, the goal from remote places, because we have greatest examples like Dr. APJ, who came from Rameshwaram, and he was not just known as a scientist, but the most beloved president of
Humanity.
India.
Yeah.
So humanity does really matter, and I don't know, like today, humanity, are we living or existing? So another question that you have to answer along with this: do we have a purpose? Are we living or existing? So please carry on.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Bala. That helps for sure. So, like I said, another purpose is resolved, but not completely, right? I'm able to create a company. Like Bala said, we are actually developing a product as a team. We will not be able to compete with SAP, but we will be sure in that space. So, my purpose of for the remaining life is to continue to give the opportunity. I have not, identified any other purpose so far. So far, the purpose is to give the opportunity and bring betterment to the lives that are in need. So that's why I keep saying purpose never ends. You need to have your own purpose that may get resolved quickly, but you need to come up with another purpose as soon as your purpose is resolved. Yeah. When you have a purpose, make a plan, put an effort, persistently pursue that, get support from others, execute it, and inspire others to be able to do the remaining thing for them. Right. So if not today, you will be able to resolve the purpose one day. So in this journey, I took an inspiration from many, not just from famous people like actors. I took inspiration from my mother, father, my brother, a friend, a person who was sweeping our floor, a watchman. Everybody has something to inspire you. Pick the inspiration from them, and that will make you good. That will make also the others good. But with this, I'm not going to conclude my talk. Uh, I would take few more minutes. I don't know whether I have time. I think I have like 10 minutes. I think that
Um,
should be okay.
Prakash,
Yeah.
we have the whole day, Prakash.
Okay, all right.
We have the
No,
whole day.
the time is precious,
I
right?
mean, as long as you don't have any schedules or any meetings, which is going to start in another couple of minutes or so, I think participants, you want to let go of Prakash? Please raise the hands, or we wanted to have him for at least another half an hour.
That's so nice of you, Bala. We are talking about 500 hours, for example, 500 people, 500 hours. So, so let me complete probably in
Yeah,
15 minutes. I think I should be done in 15 minutes. Yeah.
yeah.
So coming back to the topic, so I'm not going to conclude it here. My story is concluded, but the talk is not. Yeah. So you cannot copy and paste my purpose into yours. That's not going to happen. Or even your friend's purpose into yours, or even your father's purpose into yours. You need to find yours. It's not that hard. It just requires effort. Most importantly, consciousness. How? You need to look back. You need to track what you're doing. You need to see what are happening around you, what you have seen in the recent weeks, months. Take a careful look around you. Mark the thing that you want to make difference. If you see something and if you think I want to make a difference in this area, so maybe the purpose is lying there. So just take a careful look at your own life, and then look for the purpose that would add meaning to your life. Find out why you opted to go for a BCom or a BA or BCA. What was the reason? Did someone push you into this? Or even if somebody has pushed you into this, is this going to help you resolve the purpose that you have identified or you're going to identify? So if that is not going to help, make a switch. Earlier the switch, the better. Earlier you identify your purpose, earlier you make a decision, earlier you make a plan, that is better. Yeah. So did you have plans to become a chartered accountant, or did you have plan to become an IAS officer, or maybe an entrepreneur, or become a chairman in your municipality, or simply like me, did you want to take your family to the next level? Never ever think that whatever education you've got is not going to help me to make big achievements. Like I said, BA or BCA, it doesn't matter. Education is to give you a basic idea. It will help you to learn how to learn a thing. As long as you are able to learn a new thing with whatever education that you've got, that is sufficient. The name of either BA or BSc or BCA or engineering, that doesn't matter. Even if you are a BA graduate, you would still be able to do an engineering thing as long as you have that purpose, or as long as you want to do that. As long as you are able to put the effort, you will still be able to achieve it, because you have learned how to learn a thing. with your education. So that is most important. I have seen people who have not who have done little education went on to become a IAS officer. I have seen people who have not even completed higher secondary went on to become a successful entrepreneur. So don't say that's I'll wait until I complete my college to identify the purpose of your life. Sooner the better, as your purpose may bring life to someone else. So freeze the purpose, work on it, make a plan, put the effort, take a look back, keep moving in the direction. So when you put the right effort, when you have the right plan, and when you have the right purpose, you will surely attain right way of living. That is Aram, in my view, the purpose. I'm 200% sure that one of you here will make it to a great entrepreneur. One of you will make it to become a good chartered accountant. One of you will become a good social activist. Or one of you may become a good or superb musician. But my wish is that whatever you may become, small, big, or huge, at the end you should have a purpose in your life. A life without a purpose is like a car without a brake. You may travel in your car without a brake, but you never know where you would end up. I'm not saying you don't do PUBG or you don't do Facebook or you don't chat with your friends. My humble expectation to the brothers and sisters here is that start finding a way to make your life meaningful. Yeah. So before I conclude this talk, let me conclude it with the recent word that I liked. Aram Saya Virumbu. That's how I started the talk, right? Aram Saya Virumbu from AVR. So the recent word that I really liked is Aram Seidu Padagu. Right? So start doing it. Just don't have desire. Just do it. Just move on. Execute it. So that's what I would see. With this, I would like to conclude my talk here, Bala. I think almost I'm done exactly at the time, maybe 10 minutes earlier. But if there are any questions, then people can put it in the chat and then you can send it over to
Okay,
me.
I mean, Prakash, the first question most of them wanted to ask. So, when is the next session with Prakash again?
We'll plan for it, Bala. For sure, I'll
Yeah,
have
I
time
mean,
for this session.
I'm going to copy the group chat. I'm going to send it. Many of them have privately messaged me. So I know that, your time is so precious. And so I have asked them to, I have requested them, I have given my personal mail address and my mobile number to send me their doubts or whatever they wanted to understand from you to my mail address or to my WhatsApp, so that I can forward it to your WhatsApp or mail the way the participants really look for.
Yeah,
Prakash, like couple of questions that as I really wanted to ask you.
sure.
Which this question, I think I can take. It's 11:57.
I
I
have
think
time. I have time.
until 12:10. I think I can take your time. I believe.
I
I'll
have
take
time.
another. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Very kind of you.
No problem.
And gratitude is beyond expression. And definitely, your purpose today is I think it's in a way it is met, because you have addressed the most deserving faculties, the team of the probably the students who are I mean, who see the session on FB live, the most needed audience who needs a clarity, not only in terms of career but also in terms of their personal life. Because most of them ask a question. I mean, as you being a very good patronage of Tamil, I wanted to ask you something, Prakash. Personally, this is my personal question to you.
Yeah,
I've been a greatest admirer of Kannadasan.
yeah.
I mean, kind of, I am gifted with one talent, is that, I've been good at inspiring my students during my college days. Hope Subbu, if he's there, he
Yeah,
vouchers.
yeah. He did mention that to me. Yeah.
Yes. So in Kannadasan, one of the song, he says, நாளும் நடந்து முடிஞ்சு, I mean, நாளும் தெரிஞ்சு நடந்து முடிஞ்ச something he says, like நல்லது கெட்டது தெரிஞ்சதடா. Everything is over. We
Mm,
get to know what is right and what is wrong.
yeah.
In life, every situation is novel for every person, right? Every
Yeah.
situation, being it personal or professional. So there is always two or three roads or intersection of four roads, and we do not know which is the
Which
right
one?
road, which road to take, and with whatever the practical wisdom that we have acquired from the environment around us, from the observations from our parents, from relatives, we tend to take a decision mostly desperately, mostly impulsive, between the age of 25 to 35 or 38, until we really screw up ourselves very badly and we learn what is right and what is wrong. That is a long term gold mine from which we can mine lot of, it's like a data mining. The experience is like a data mining. So what is your thought, like for the younger generation, should they also undergo a fall in each and every pit that is in front of them and rise up? No, okay, this is a pit. Let me not get into the pit. So how do you enable this younger generation? They don't need technological knowledge, they don't need intellectual knowledge, they need emotional knowledge, they need more of value system, that they need more of the purpose of life. Why are we living? What is the need for our life? So today the whole world reflects, be it a multinational company or be it any elite organization in any business domain. So the entire focus of the whole globalized world is just making money,
Yeah, true.
right? Right from Jack Ma to Facebook Mark or anybody. So the end of the day, we talk every year 4 quarters, what is the profits that
What is
we
it?
are reaping,
Yeah.
what is the quality of life that we are there is no results about it, there is no we have gotten reports about profits, but
Yeah.
why are we not having any reports on the quality of living, which country is actually developing holistically? Why is it not happening?
I think I lost you in between.
Yeah, Prakash,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
see, we have Gartner reports that talks about
Yeah.
the companies, the
Profit.
profits
Yeah.
they make, and the whole world is materialistic now. But we don't have, so though we have so much of intellectual people around the globe, why are we not taking into consideration the quality of life? From my perspective, humble perspective, I'm just feeling that despite whatever we dream today, tomorrow it becomes a reality in terms of technology or whatever it is. Our quality of life is deteriorating. So, what is the
Yeah.
reason behind it, and how can we kind of negotiate that?
I think you asked two different questions. Both of them are fantastic questions. The one is, I see five different roads. Which one should I pick? Right.
Yeah.
So that one, that is inevitable. That will happen. So
Okay.
that's why I said that during the talk, you need to look back and see whether whatever you're doing is right. Is this going in the right direction? So unless you do that, even for my startup, that is what we do. We do pivot. When we started, for example, when we started our own product development, we did go in some direction. Within
Correct.
6 months, we took a, we looked back and then we made a decision that whatever we are doing doesn't seem to look right. So let's make a U-turn, come back and start from scratch. Although we had an investment of 6 months, we had that guts to go back and then restart from there. And then now we are in a safe position. So,
Okay.
so that will happen. If you're lucky, you will continue in the same direction. If you're, maybe, if you're not lucky really, then you will come back and then again take another route. So that is inevitable. That will happen.
Okay.
The second question, the quality of life, I think at a grand scale, that is how it looks like. But there are still a lot of different people who are looking at quality of life. But that is that measurement is very low, like you said. The majority of the group is around making money. Only the smaller group is around making the quality of life. That is because that Aram, again coming back to the same one topic, the purpose of life. So when we transmit this to the next generation, probably this will actually change. That's how I see it. It is there. I will not say it doesn't exist. It is there, but to a limited extent. If we have to extend it, so in our value system, we have this. At least in Tamil Nadu, the first thing that you learn is Aram se virumbu, right? The the first thing that you learn as a child, at least that's what I did. I don't know how it happens today, but that's how I learned Aram Se Virumbu. But I don't see it. I don't know whether that kind of value system is here in the Netherlands or any other Western countries. Yeah, at least in Tamil Nadu we have it. I think we can transmit. We have to continue the effort like the way you and me are doing. If we are able to get like hundreds of people doing the same, at some point we'll get there.
That's pretty amazing. Very encouraging answer, Prakash. Another question, because the crux of today's discussion is, do we have a purpose,
Yeah.
right? So having that topic as a crux, my question is like, I mean, this might sound little ridiculous, but still, it would make some sense, I believe. That is like,
Go for it.
um, in today's modern world, like the average span of living is 60 years, assuming. So 60 years into 365, it comes to close to about 22 to 23,000 days. And you subtract the night. So you have 11,000 to 12,000 odd days that you live or you exist. And when you come into life as such after becoming 20, or today's world, people think that getting married and getting a job is the end of all the problem, and they don't realize the real problem starts after getting married and getting a job. So with this 8,000 to 10,000 days, how do you think that we should prioritize life, wherein we balance learning, we balance health, we balance wealth, everything? So we have just hardly 8,000 days, 8,000 sun days, not moon days. Yeah,
I think there is no magic calculation, at least from my point of view. There is no magic calculation. You spend 2 hours here, 2 hours there, 2 hours there. That is not going to help.
yeah,
Yeah. So again, going back to the same topic, the purpose of your life, right?
yeah.
When you have the purpose of your life, that will attract everything around it. Like you said, wealth, health. I don't know which the other one you mentioned. At least from my point of view,
Yeah.
when you have the purpose in your life, that is what is going to bring and attract all the other things around it. So happiness, for example, if you want to have an happiness, have a purpose and execute the purpose. The purpose in the sense, it is basically the right way of living. So that is where you need to focus. It's not about living, it's about the right way of living. When you do that, automatically all the other aspects would come into you. For example, if you have a right way of living, for example, my purpose is to run a startup. So if I have to run a startup, if I have to go on chase my purpose, I need to be healthy, I need to be happy and things like that, right? So because of that purpose, I make sure that I at least run 10 kilometers in a day.
Okay.
In a week, at least I do it like 2 or 3 times, just to because I have that purpose in my mind, because I know that I need to run, I need to be there in the ground to be able to execute it. I focus on my health as well. So because of I have purpose, I have company, so I get the wealth. Because I have the wealth and I'm also able to resolve my purpose, I'm healthy, I also get the happiness. So it's actually everything goes around the purpose that you have.
Mm, yes, that's a very perfect answer, Prakash. So I would also would like to conclude this session. என்னென்றி கொண்டார்க்கும் உய்வுண்டாம் உய்வில்லை செய்நன்றி கொன்ற மகர்க்கு. So on behalf of all the faculty fraternity, my gratitude is beyond expression. And the chat window, I can see, when will we have Prakash Palni from Netherlands back again before the lockdown opens? So what should I answer them?
I travel to Chennai every year. This year I couldn't make it because of COVID, but I'll be there. If there is a reason for me to be in GTN, I will fly exclusively for GTN. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, there was a very interesting chat. I mean, sir, please don't conclude this session. From Nandini, she has sent a private message. Sir, please don't conclude this session. So I don't know what to answer to her. See, please understand, Prakash is talking from Netherlands. I think you had your breakfast. It is 8 o'clock or 8:30 now.
No, I have it at generally at 8:30, 9. So I start
Uh,
at 6 every day. I end at
okay.
like 9:30. Three things I do perfectly. One is to sleep. After 9:30, even anybody calls, even when I was a director of technology, even my, vice president calls, I will not pick up the call. I do sleep. I do eat in time. Then, whenever that is possible, I will do the exercise. So these are the three things I do in my life. The remaining things is always work.
Again, please don't conclude the session, sir, from Rajeshwari. So I'll just copy and paste the group chat what we have.
It's nice to hear.
Anyway, I request all the participants, let's respect the time of Prakash. He is a chief technology officer working out of Netherlands. So today is the first beginning of, June 1 as well as Monday, the first day of the week. Really thankful. We should be really thankful. Uh, Playing, sir. She's somebody Nivruta. Playing, sir. We eagerly waiting for next session with Prakash. I don't know what what she's trying to convey, but it has been privately sent to me. Prakash, like maybe before June 31st, uh, probably in the evening after Indian time, maybe after 5:30 or so, if you could find another 1 hour time before June 31st. I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm going to just copy paste and send the feedback to you, and separate feedback link also will be sent. Um, I think participants have to wait for that. I'll send it in the group chat. Participants do wait for that. So let's see of Prakash. So please raise your hands, all the participants, and say a gratitude to Prakash, who has spent a very valid time with us, giving us a lot of practical wisdom. That's the most need of the hour. And yeah, I think sometimes words can't really express the things what we really feel. So cat caught my tongue, Prakash. So I'm really extremely thankful, very much thankful to on behalf of all the participants. I'm expecting within this week I'll get a WhatsApp message from Prakash Palani giving me the time before June 31st, before the lockdown gets opened. Because it's time to open up our minds. Mind and parachute are similar, right? They work only when they open up. So Prakash, so I'm expecting your repeat
I'll
session.
I'll do the repeat. Yeah, it's just that it is difficult, if I have to repeat again and again. But I'll find another topic. Let's see.
Yeah, you find another topic. You have 30 more days finding another topic. If you can consolidate on Tirukural what you have learned or from Tamil literature, I think that will be really great. Like listening to Salaman Papaya. We really enjoyed. Thank you so much,
That's good to hear.
Prakash.
That's good
Thank
to
you so
hear.
much.
First, thanks from my side for giving such an opportunity to meet the 2K army. Like I said, this is the first time I'm interacting. Because in the last 10 years I'm here, I don't have a lot of interaction with the young students. But at least this gives me an opportunity. Thanks to you and the GTN and every single professors, faculties, teachers are there.
Thank you, Prakash. Prakash, you please send me your email address.
Yeah,
I got your number. You please send me your email address.
I'll do.
So right away, I will, capture the entire group chat and send it in a Word document so that whatever mails that I am getting, because I can't afford to give your mail ID and your mobile number. So I'm taking all the call, scrutinize it and send it across to you. So that is the request to all the participants. If you have any specific questions, that you really got inspired with Prakash, it's very obvious. You send it across to my mail address or WhatsApp me. Both I have given. I'll forward it to Prakash, and definitely you will have a reply from Prakash. That I assure you. Thank you, Prakash, once again. So GTN will always bring the best for all the participants in terms of learning life as such. We are not subject specific at this point in time, the participants. We are life specific because life every day the life is proving us it is very uncertain. So we will get more interesting topics, more interesting speakers who are humble and with humility, like Prakash. Thank you, Prakash. Have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you, Bala, and thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Hoping
Thank
to
you.
see you again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
sure. Bye. தம்பி உதய் உதய் ஃபீட்பேக் ஃபார்ம் உங்களுக்கு அனுப்பணும்ப்பா. இல்ல அவரு எனக்கு அனுப்பிட்டு போயிட்டாரு, பாபு பாலாஜி என்னோட மொபைலுக்கு உட்காந்து அனுப்பிட்டு போயிட்டாரு. அதை நான் உங்க மொபைலுக்கு அனுப்பிட்டேன். Dear participants, we are sending on the link, feedback links. So you can send your feedback link. Now it is posted on to the chat window. Yeah, so now you can see the feedback link. You can click on the link and you can send your feedbacks. And people, many of them, they have privately texted me in the private mode. So for them, I have given my email address and my mobile number. So make your question very precise and crisp so that I can directly forward it to Prakash and get the answer. Let's value his time. So ask sensible questions. So thank you so much for being a wonderful audience and very encouraging audience. And our enthusiasm grows because the kind of response that we get from you participants, your encouragement that you give us, adds more responsibility that next time we should bring in a better speaker more than Prakash. So that is how you participants are the basic reason behind that. So I thank you so much for your constant encouragement and support. So until the lockdown opens once in a week at least, I will personally moderate 2 or 3 speakers, corporate speakers who can give insights about life and purpose of living. So that is going to be my major objective. So on behalf of GTN management, principal, chairman and pro chairman, I thank all the participants. Have a wonderful day. Bye.